Howdy. Welcome to Cryptid Caravan. We're hauling in new monsters all the time. The creature we got today might not be from this world. That's right. We're talking extraterrestrials today. So get those tinfoil hats out and join us as we head towards the New England coast in the town of Dover and the demon that lives there.
Around 15 miles southwest of Boston sits the town of Dover, Massachusetts.
And it's here 30 years ago that the Dover demon first appeared on the scene.
A creature with a spindly humanoid figure with skin described as peachish in color and sandpaper rough. It stands at a diminutive 3.5 foot, though often walks on all fours. The only noticeable feature on its unproportionately big head is a pair of wide, glowing eyes.
The biggest sightings of the Dover demon took place on 1977 on the night of April 21st.
High school senior Bill Bartlett was driving two friends, Mike Mazoka and Andy Brody, up Farm Street. Around 10:30 p.m., Bill spotted an odd animal walking along the top of a chest-high stone wall.
Damn chest-high walls. Which button's the cover?
He thinks it's just a stray dog or cat, but when the headlights of his Volkswagen hit the creature, he realizes it's neither. Its eyes meet the lights and glow bright orange. After returning home, Bartlett draws a crude picture of the beast and tells his father of the encounter. A year later, Bartlett claims he may have had another encounter while in his car.
Boy just ought to avoid automobiles altogether.
A thump was heard on the car, and Bartlett claimed to see a small figure fleeing the scene.
But wait, there's more.
That same night, in 1977, around midnight, John Baxter was walking home from his girlfriend's house. He sees someone approaching him in the dark. The short stature makes Baxter think it's his friend M.G. Bochard.
April 21st was a Thursday. What were all these kids doing out that late on a school night?
Well, there's no response from the figure, which comes to a stop. Baxter hollers out, "Who's that?" This causes the figure to book it over a gully and into a wooded area. Baxter follows, believing the person is in need of help.
Stranger danger didn't exist in the 70s, you see.
It's in this gully that Baxter gets a good look at this creature. He said its feet seemed to melt around the top of a rock, and its arms were supporting its monkey-like body on a small tree. The eyes weren't glowing this time, but were still visible, as they made Baxter uneasy, as if he was the one in need of the help.
Coming to his senses, Baxter turned tail and ran.
A nice couple gives the panicked Baxter a lift home.
But wait, there's more.
There'd be one more encounter the following night. Sophomore Abby Brabham and her boyfriend Will Tainter were driving when they spotted the creature sitting on all fours near a bridge. Brabham described it as a hairless ape with big eyes glowing green.
So we got 3 encounters on 2 days, and while they seem to share a lot of similarities, there are some noticeable discrepancies. Bartlett and Brabham seem to allude that it walks on 4 legs, while Baxter seems to think it only walks on 2. And Bartlett says it has orange eyes, while Brabham reports seeing green eyes, and Baxter don't see no glowing eyes at all. Wait, where was I?
Right, the glowing eyes only seem to appear in the accounts involving cars, so that we can explain as an animal with eyes meant for low light settings reflecting the headlights. Now, all 3 witnesses did draw similar beasts without being aware of the others' encounters. And after that night, the Dover demon wandered into the fog of mystery.
A one-hit wonder. That don't explain what those kids saw that night, though.
Some simple answers posed. Our young moose was lost wandering the night and looked like a weird alien under off-putting conditions. The opposition to that says moose don't inhabit places that far south. Or that it was a fox suffering from a disease that caused severe bloating and hair loss.
Like that's called middle-aged man syndrome.
Or it could be completely fake. During the police investigation in 77, Bill Bartlett's teacher reportedly said, "If I had to pick anyone to pull a prank like this, I'd pick Bartlett."
But beyond that, little evidence links all three of those kids to planning a hoax. So let's look at some of the more crazier theories.
Some purport, given its alien appearance, that it was a spaceman who got stranded on Earth for a night.
How am I supposed to phone home if I can't get cell reception?
Usually when we talk about alien sightings, there's reports of strange lights to accompany it, but that didn't happen with our Dover demon.
Or we could have a much more mystical explanation that comes from the legends of the Cree Indians.
The Cree allegedly have a legend that there are two types of humans inhabiting Earth.
Those with loaded guns, and those who dig. You dig.
Actually, there's plain folks like you and I, and Menegishi, small people with, you guessed it, lanky bodies and bloated heads with large eyes. The Menegishi,
I gotta be butchering that name,
were created from the barks of trees and lived near rivers and dams. They were notorious tricksters. Blowing canoes off course was their favorite pastime. The economy of these miniature tricksters was centered on their ability as great stone workers.
Well, see there? Dover Demon was just working the graveyard shift fixing that wall.
If the Dover Demon is one of these Menegishi, then it could date back to the time of colonial America.
One cryptid that was seen only one night 30 years ago has become a point of pride for the town of Dover. While not everybody believes in it, most people enjoy that it gives their town a unique story. And that's what I like most about cryptids. They may not be real, but they give us all an interesting story. But I just give you the history. You decide for yourself. That thing really is an alien. I better get out of here. Yokel in a field just asking for trouble. Oh, come on, son.